From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode,
accessing capital is sometimes very business specific. The group at Pier 70 Ventures says it backs impact-driven innovation, funding disruptive technologies with the potential to shake up the status quo in healthcare. We talked to SHAUN, the managing partner of Pier 70, about how it works and how it can help Indiana companies.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com. This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Access to capital.
My name is SHAUN Hawkins. I'm one of the managing partners at Pier 70 Ventures, and I co-lead what we call the Impact Fund, where innovation meets impact. I'm based right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Pier 70, you can look at it as really kind of a bridge between two key constituents. Limited partners, so this would be companies or foundations or endowments. So here locally, like let's say the Lilly Endowment, or corporations like Eli Lilly and Company or Cummins, and then entrepreneurs, right, who have great ideas. So our fund, we're focused on healthcare. So we're primarily focused on digital health opportunities, devices, diagnostics, therapeutics, and we also have a lens towards investing in diverse founders. Investors who want to have impact, right, but they want to have impact through the vehicle of a venture fund and an impact in the area of healthcare. They come to funds like ours to invest their capital. And we invest their capital right here in the state of Indiana, but we also invest throughout the rest of the United States. When we focus on both from an investor standpoint, again, major companies, major foundations, major endowments who are looking to do more than just make money, they want to do good with their capital, right? And so they invest in vehicles like ours, a venture fund, which are very similar to a mutual fund, but we invest only in private companies that are not publicly traded. We are looking for brilliant entrepreneurs who have what we feel like are the next game-changing technologies. And so whether it's in the field of diabetes and you have a great therapeutic that may address some of the unmet need in type 1 diabetes or even type 2 diabetes, we're looking at those opportunities. One of our most recent investments came from University of Notre Dame, which is absolutely a game-changing technology, non-invasive, non-contact diagnostic for congestive heart failure and chronic kidney disease. And so when we look at opportunities and we don't see many other assets or products or services like that, that's when we look at, that's what we're talking about when we're referring to disruptive and game-changing technologies. Look, no one is perfect, right? No opportunity is perfect. And waiting until your idea has been fully formed and that you've thought out every roadblock and you've come up with a solution to get around that is probably too late, because someone else is advancing a very similar opportunity and they're taking that chance. So we want entrepreneurs to come to us, right, when they've developed, if it's a digital health opportunity, when they've developed their MVP. So they have some sort of product or service that they think that they can launch. And then we can help them put the icing on the cake, and we can add the sprinkles and we can add the decorations. But it doesn't have to be fully formed or even fully baked. An entrepreneur that has the next game-changing technology, let's say for cancer, we don't need them to have an FDA approval. We need them to have sound rationale for why they believe their target is the right target to address whatever aspect of cancer, and then let us put our resources, our capital, our scientific resources to grow together and make this successful and get it to patients. In the financial services industry, it's hard to understand what type of capital do you need. When you're starting and you have an idea, you want someone to maybe believe in you that's not your friends and family, sometimes people go to a bank. The problem with going to a bank for capital, which is a great way to do it if you want to own all of your company, is a bank is going to require you to have a personal guarantee, right? And generally, if you need a $500,000 loan or a $1 million loan, you need to have a $500,000 or $1 million in net assets for the bank to provide you those monies. But if you go to angel investors or if you go to venture capitalists, we don't require that, right? We require, though, in exchange for us taking risk, is a part of your company. And so some entrepreneurs, that makes them makes them nervous as well in sharing a portion of their company with someone who is providing investment capital. But that is what we get in exchange for our risk. And then I would say that sometimes some of my peers in the industry haven't helped our cause, if you will, because we sometimes look at the world as a zero-sum game. And we want to extract as much value as possible, maybe not leaving as much value for that entrepreneur. And so at Pier 70 Ventures, we do well when our entrepreneurs do well. We're not extractionists. We believe in more of an expansive mindset, and so we try to expand the pie. We're going to take our fair share of the equity of a company, but we want that entrepreneur and that owner to have as much as makes sense. We want that person to grow, and we want that person to actualize their financial goals as well. By interacting and investing in healthcare, there's usually a patient, right, that's on the other side. And that patient might be my mother, might be my brother, might be one of my family members. And so that always gets me going, right? Which is why I was at 15 years. I was at Lilly. I've been in the healthcare industry for about 24 years, 25 years, right? So that is always a driver. But then to have the privilege of combining my training, my formalized training in venture capital and financial services with my passion about being inclusive in who gets access to capital. No day is a work day, right? And it's easy to work late in the evenings. It's easy to work on the weekends. And every day I'm just motivated because the patient is waiting. There's entrepreneurs with great ideas who simply need one person to believe in them and simply need one group to wrap their arms around them and say, here's a way to do it, and we're going to help you go from point A to point B.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.